Today, I'll be sharing the 3 ways to make money writing, even if you have no expertise yet, didn't finish a college degree related to writing, and even if you have only 1 hour to spare per day. You see, I grew up believing that I need to finish a college degree related to writing before I can become a writer. Ayun, na-bust yung myth na yon. So, yun na nga, i-share ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga na-encounter ko na opportunities along my journey. And since I know that you are all busy and I respect you and your time, let's get right into our presentation. Let me ask you, why are you here today? So yun, nahihiya man akong i-share, pero I went through some of your profiles, di ba? Marites mode lang. And for some of you here, who I've met earlier before this webinar, I took time to read your stories. And so I know that you're here because of any of these reasons. First, you might be here because you want to learn how to earn money using your passion for writing. Because you've been writing since you can remember, but you haven't monetized it yet. Or maybe you're confused on how to do that. You might be here because you recently learned that there are several ways to make money online, but somehow feel lost because of the massive information that you're getting. 'Di ba? Ang dami-daming information sa internet. Now, you're wanting to explore each opportunity to see which one resonates with you the most. Or yung sa third, you might be here because writing is something close to your heart. And now that you've unearthed the writer in you, you want to explore more possibilities to fulfill your purpose. Alin sa mga reasons na to yung naka-resonate ka? Meron ba? Ayun, to learn new things I haven't learned within the 4 corners of the university, sabi ni Sis Tyrene. To explore more copywriting gigs, sabi naman ni Brother JM. And to know how to earn money with little time, sabi ni Ria. I'm here to learn a thing or two or more. Sabi ni Jaisy, at least 'di ba, may naka-resonate sa inyo doon sa sa mga reasons na marites ko. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Ayun, if you are in my shoes, what would you do? Let me just share a quick background story of why I'm doing this webinar with you today. Ayun. So as a child, I've always wanted to become a writer. My father used to buy comics, ayan o, dito sa screen. Sobrang vivid pa sa akin yung itsura ko sa tuwing uuwi siya galing sa trabaho at makikita ko na may hawak siyang comics. So yun, kukunin ko kaagad yun sa kanyang mga kamay para hanapin yung paborito kong Encantasia or yung mga comics na fantasy ang genre. Aliw na aliw ako sa mga fairies, duwende at iba pang mga mythical creatures. So meron ba akong kapareho dito? And then I have this notebook where I repurpose yung mga nababasa kong stories sa mga comics na yon. And then ang nakakatuwa, since madami akong mga classmates na gustong basahin yung mga pinagsusulat ko, pinapahire ko yung notebook na yon sa kanila. Pero syempre, yung mga friends, libre siya. So yun na nga, nung time na yon, wala pa sa isip ko that you can earn money through writing kahit na elementary student ka pa lang, 'di ba? But you see, pwede. So, yun, in high school naman, I was chosen by my English teacher to train for campus journalism. Hindi naman ako yung pinakamatalino sa English doon sa klase, pero ewan ko lang, baka wala silang ibang choice, kaya nasali ako sa mga nag-join doon sa training. But anyhow, ginawa ng teacher ko yon, and that's when my passion for writing grew more and more. Yung desire ko to become a writer led me to join competitions and meet mga famous names in the Philippine journalism industry. So that's going to be our secret number 1. Yung secret to success kapag gusto mo ng sustainable writing career is to build your desire to write. So ano ba yung pinanghuhugutan mo ngayon? Bakit gusto mong matuto kung paano kumita as a writer? Or what's igniting your passion to write? Yun. Ayun, nung nagjo-join ako sa mga competitions, syempre nanalo ako sa mga ibang competition, but I lost in some. Pero yun, every year hanggang 4th year high school ako, nagjo-join pa din ako. Because I wanted to achieve something for myself and for the school din. Now, in college, I continued the same journey by volunteering to help write for the school paper. So that time na hindi na sila yung nag-point sa akin, nag-volonturo sa akin. Ako na yung nag-volunteer to help na magsulat ng articles para sa school paper. And then sa work naman, nung nakapag-graduate na ako sa 2-year course ko, I did the same thing. Whenever there's an opportunity for me to write, I would say yes. So yun, kahit na mga project proposals, ganyan, yung mga business letters, kahit na mga project proposal, parang umuoo ako pag nag-need sila ng help to write those. Pati yung mga plans, ganyan, yung mga community news, mga speech, ganyan, tumutulong din ako magsulat. So, volunteer pa din, hindi volonturo. Siguro na-build ko yung confidence ko during that time na estudyante ako, tapos pinili nga ako ng teacher. But I'm not really sure kung paano na-build yung confidence level, pero yun talaga yung nasa isip ko. And now, I have a confession to make. When I didn't finish college, I felt like I was a failure. So, sa totoo lang, yung confidence level, medyo bumaba din nung hindi ako nakapagtapos. I thought that my dream to become a writer is wala na talaga. Parang gone with the wind, ganun. But you see, my desire to write was still there. And when I received words of parang affirmation or yung mga appreciation na messages from my bosses like, yun na parang, thank you kasi nandyan ka, buti na lang tumulong ka. And now, I was able to do other priorities on my list. Yung mga ganong messages, yung desire ko to help more in any way I can was ignited. Now, that is going to be the secret number 2 na gusto kong i-share with you tonight. If you really want to have a sustainable writing career, have the desire to help. Parang di ba? Super easy. Pwede namang ma-discover mo ito along the way. But yun na nga, di ba? It's natural sa atin, lalo na sa ating mga Pilipino, na tumulong sa mga taong nangangailangan. And hindi natin kailangang itanong if kailangan nila ng tulong. Or, di ba, kapag obvious na talaga, like for example, kailangan ng isang matanda ng help kasi mabigat yung hawak niya. Di ba, parang natural na sa atin yung tutulong to carry yung mga heavy bags ng matanda and parang tulungan siyang pumunta sa kung saan man yung destination niya as long as patungo ka din doon or achievable naman. So yun, yung parang turo sa atin talaga is ganon. And I was also raised to share whatever I have, kahit na konti lang ito. And I also remember, we were taught to help yung mga, di ba, for example, yung mga sa calamities, ganyan, or yung mga na-aksidente. It's supernatural lang sa atin to go and help. Yung kahit na hindi ka inuutusan, pupunta ka talaga. So it's either through actions, yung pupunta ka to help, to rescue mga victims, ganyan, or pwede rin naman na in kind, or pwedeng monetary, di ba? Or pwede rin through prayers. So yun, that's still considered na help. Now, think about that again, kasi hindi mahirap tumulong. So if you have that throughout your journey as a writer, hindi ka mawawalan ng motivation to push through sa gusto mong path na tahakin. Okay, so ito ngayon yung next na question nyo. If na-discover ko naman yung need ng market, for example, how can I exactly help? Before I went full-time as a freelance writer in 2016, sobrang lakas din ng mga limiting beliefs ko noon. Kasi 'di ba, ibang usapan na 'yon. Kung doon sa work, volunteer ako ng volunteer doon sa work ko sa government offices. Dito naman sa online freelancing industry, medyo alam niyo na yung parang 'di ba, foreign clients na 'yan. So iba yung makakaharap ko, hindi na sila mga Pinoy. So it's gonna be super outside of my comfort zone. So nung time din na 'yon, gaya ninyo, ang tanong ko sa sarili ko or yung message na pumapasok sa isip ko lagi is, kaya ko ba? Wala naman akong experience. So ang ginawa ko, binalikan ko yung mga pinanggagalingan ng desire ko to write. Which is, yung mga na-share ko kanina. Ano-ano ba yung mga steps na nagawa ko na? 'Di ba? So yun, yung sa work na parang nag-volunteer ako to write letters, or nung student ako, nag-train ako as a campus journalist, parang ganon. So, yun yung mga first step ko para at least ma-boost man lang yung confidence ko. But also, I did this. Ayan, no? I earned my first dollar noong 2011. So yes, actually, I discovered online freelancing from my older sister even before I went full-time nung nag-resign ako nung 2016. Kung mapapansin ninyo dito sa picture, ayan, instead of $5.56 yung ibabayad sa akin, ang na-receive ko lang is $1.11. That is for articles na pinagpuyatan ko. For me, mas okay na yon kaysa doon sa mga nang-ghost sa akin after kong mag-deliver ng outputs. 'Di ba? Sa totoo lang, nanlumo ako that time. Kaya hindi ako naging active sa pag-apply ulit. Sabi ko, baka hindi talaga ito para sa akin. So, nag-pause ako. Parang sabi ko, hindi ito para sa akin. So, mag-focus na lang ako doon sa work ko. But things happened. Ayan. Umabot sa puntong napabayaan ko yung sarili ko, nawalan ako ng time sa mga anak ko, and then nabaon din ako sa utang kahit na anong racket yung pasukin ko. So, kahit na mag-overtime pa ako sa work, kahit na anong gawin ko sa trabaho, hindi talaga pwedeng tumaas yung sahod ko kasi hindi nga ako college graduate. The good thing is, I decided to try searching again for opportunities online. And sobrang saya ko na ginawa ko yun kasi nakakuha ako ng mga responses. And so I asked myself, nung yun na nga, nag-start ako maka-receive ulit ng mga responses from prospect clients, sabi ko, titigil pa ba ako? Malapit na ako sa opportunity for me to grow more. And in fact, kailangan ko talagang kumita ng pera that time kasi nga 'di ba, sabi ko, nabaon ako sa utang. So ayun na nga yung mga pinanghuhugutan ko when I started searching for ways to earn money as a writer. And here are the top 3 ways that I discovered to earn money as a writer, even if you have no expertise or even if you are busy with other priorities such as a day job, your business, or parenting. Ayan o, parang first is write for others. Ito yung na-share ko kanina na ginagawa ko as an online freelancer. And then the second is establish a blogging business. And the third one is for you to sell ebooks or books. I'm gonna share more about these 3 things later. Pero yon, tuloy natin yung kwento muna. I'm so grateful that I went full-time as a freelancer in 2016 because I was able to grow as a person. And while I grew, my earnings also increased. This one in the right photo is a payment sent by one of my clients even before I delivered yung first phase ng project namin. And di ba parang nakakatuwa lang na nasanay kasi ako sa work na deliver muna, 'di ba? Magtrabaho ka muna, tapos end of the month saka pa lang magsasahod. And to be honest, na-try ko yung 5 months na hindi ako sumasahod, and sobrang dun talaga yung moment na nabaon ako sa utang kasi 'di ba, konti na nga lang yung sinasahod mo tapos dine-delay pa. So, sobrang tuwa ko talaga na nakita ko itong opportunity na 'to because I was able to prove to myself na yun na nga, meron pa ding silver lining sa likod ng ano, ng clouds, ayun, 'di ba? And in 2020, ayun na nga, I was able to self-publish my first ever book, yung Break Free: How to Let Go and Move On from an Abusive Relationship. So this book is actually a non-profit book. So hindi man siya related dun sa topic natin tonight, which is make money writing. Pero I just want to share lang that because of these opportunities na na-encounter ko, I was able to realize my personal mission, which is to help end the stigma about violence against women here in the Philippines, because I am also a survivor of this particular law. So, yun na nga, if I was able to do that, alam ko na makakaya nyo din. Now, that's the reason why I came up with this webinar, kasi ayokong sarilinin yung blessings, diba? That's the story kung bakit I'm sharing with you these opportunities so that you can also start writing career na pwedeng maka-help sa'yo to earn money or to fulfill your own purpose. So ikaw ba, kung makaka-receive ka ng ganitong mga blessings, mo ba siya i-share sa iba? 'Di ba? Titigil ka na lang ba dun sa parang sarilinin mo na lang siya? Sabi ko nga 'di ba kanina, it's like a natural parang ugali na nating mga Pinoy yung mag-share kung meron tayong natututunan. So, alam kong hindi, 'di ba? Or let me know nga sa chat if you're in my shoes, ano yung gagawin mo kapag ganitong naka-experience ka ng mga bagay na alam mong makakatulong din sa iba. Sabi ko nga kanina, if I was able to achieve yung mga goals ko as a writer, di ba, childhood dream ko to become a writer, and now I am living my dream. I am writing for clients, tapos nakapagsulat din ako ng sarili kong libro. Now, I know that you can become the writer that you want to be also. But I have to be very honest. Ayan. Behind every success are stages of pain and failure. So wag na nating wag na nating ilihim. Kailangang sabihin na natin 'yan as early as now, lalo na dun sa mga magsisimula pa lang. So what types of pains and failures yung mga pwede mong ma-encounter? I've listed 3 things lang dito na parang na-encounter ko on my journey, tapos na-observe ko din sa ibang mga mentees doon sa freelance writing side gig group natin. Now, first is you'll be experiencing mga self-doubts and ask questions like, is this really for me? Diba? Na-encounter ko din to. And you'll be challenged with time and say that you're not gonna continue your journey because wala kang time, and itutuloy mo na lang siya kapag meron ka ng time. Tapos magyayari, malulose mo yung momentum mo, and then you'll find it hard to start again. Hindi ko to sinasabi lang. Na-try ko na din to and na-observe ko na din sa iba. And the third one is you'll also lose focus on the more important things because of distractions. So these 3 pains and failures na to, pwede mo siyang ma-encounter, but you can also overcome them na hindi ka masustuck doon ng sobrang tagal. Kasi ang failures nga, 'di ba, is also part of the process if gusto nating ma-achieve yung success na gusto natin. Now, it's time to take yourself seriously. It's time to start saying, I'll take action so that it will work for me, instead of yung mag-work ba to sa akin. And it's time to give time and energy instead of saying, kapag meron na lang akong time. Give time and energy to show up until your action becomes a routine that is as natural as parang pagbabrush ng ngipin or pagkain ng breakfast. And it's also time for you to get clear with what you really want. Sabi nga natin kanina, di ba, ang isa sa secrets to success, kung gusto mong maging sustainable yung writing career mo, is have the desire to write. What do you really want? Is writing something that you really want? So that you'll know if this is just a distraction or not. Or during your journey sa pagsusulat mo, manonotice mo agad kung itong course ba na to is distraction lang, or itong nakikita ko ba na to na post is hindi ko dapat dinidibdib kasi distraction lang. Remember when you were a baby? Ay, sorry naman. Alam kong hindi mo naaalala kasi baby ka nga, di ba? But if you're a parent, ayun, or kung tita ka or tito ka at nakita mo kung paano lumaki yung mga pamangkin mo. I know that you saw how they started from first being held on a sleeping or laying down position until he or she was able to itaas yung ulo niya, and then she or he was able to sit down, crawl, stand, and walk. 'Di ba? Nakita natin yung mga stages na yon. And doon sa crawling part, babies didn't know how to do it until they tried. Tapos naging natural na lang sa kanila and inuulit-ulit nila so they can move from one position to another. Lalo na if may gusto silang kunin doon sa isang location ng bahay. Tama? And then doon naman sa standing and walking part, na-witness din natin how they tried to stand up. Tapos madapa or matumba, but still, 'di ba, tumatayo pa din sila. Nagtatry sila ng nagtatry. Same din sa paglalakad. Kahit paulit-ulit silang natutumba, tumatayo pa din sila para mag-take ng one more step hanggang sa, 'di ba, yung isang step, naging dalawang step, naging tatlong step. Now, why am I even sharing this, or why am I reminding this to you? Because as writers, ayan, we're gonna go through the same journey. May mga times na ang sarap magsulat. Tapos biglang kinabukasan or magigising ka na lang na parang, teka, I feel like I don't want to do anything, parang ganon. Teka, bakit wala akong maisip na isulat kung nasa harap ka na ng computer? Parang walang lumalabas na words. Nasaan na ba yung vocabulary ko? Parang mga ganong peg, di ba? May mga moments na sunod-sunod yung pasok ng pera. May mga moments na sunod-sunod na magkakaroon ka ng buyers doon sa book mo. For example, may mga moments na madaming magbabasa doon sa blog post mo. Or may mga moments na may mga magre-reach out sa'yo consistently, or parang ma-achieve mo yung income goal mo in a month sa blogging business mo or sa freelance writing career mo or sa ebook or book business mo. Pero may mga susunod naman, yung sa mga susunod naman na buwan, parang naging wala, or mag-e-end na yung month pero kalahati pa lang nung income goal yung na-achieve mo. So I just want to let you know that those things happen. But yun na nga, ever since you were born, you were trained not to quit. Ayan. So you are not a quitter. Are you a quitter? I'm not a quitter, sabi ni MG, ni Sherry, ni Lay, ni JM. So, thank God naman kasi you're not a quitter. Because you were born talaga na hindi nag-quit eh. Di ba, nung baby ka pa lang, alam mo na kung paano tumayo ulit kahit na natutumba ka. So, earlier, I've shared with you the 2 secrets, di ba? Yung promise ko sa inyo doon sa post, mag-share ako ng 3 secrets to a lasting writing career. So yung first 2 na na-share ko is build your desire to write and then have the desire to help. I also shared earlier yung 3 proven ways to make money writing. Kahit na nga yun, yung challenge mo is wala kang expertise or busy ka ngayon, tapos parang 1 hour a day lang yung pwede mong ma-spare for another money-making opportunity. Ngayon, ang tinatanong mo siguro, ano yung 3rd secret? Before I share that, yan, daanan muna natin yung 3 ways for you to be able to earn money writing. So yung number 1 is write for others. Like I shared earlier, ito yung freelance writing. Baka kasi may magtatanong sa inyo, ano yung freelance writing? Ginawa ko siyang beginner-friendly talaga. So I added here, write for others, kasi yun naman talaga yung gagawin mo if you are a freelance writer. So ano ba yung mga pwedeng gawin? Ano yung mga ginagawa sa freelance writing na to? Ayan, so babayaran ka to write mga emails. Alam kong isa sa inyo dito, nagsusulat na ng mga emails. Nakita ko kasi siya sa chat box kanina. Pwede kang bayarang magsulat ng mga social media captions, 'di ba? Para sa Facebook, para sa Instagram, or sa Pinterest, or sa LinkedIn, ganyan. Pwede ka ring bayaran to write mga blog posts. Yung mga binabasa natin sa internet, yung mga lumalabas kapag nagse-search tayo sa Google, yon, mga examples ng blog posts yon. Pwede ka ring bayarang magsulat ng resumes or mga journals, ganyan, mga sales materials, brochures, and flyers, and others. So, di ba, meron ba talaga? Meron ba talagang magbabayad sa inyan? Meron. Ano yung mga qualifications? Alam kong yun yung susunod mong tatanungin. Ano yung mga qualifications sa freelance writing? Ito, nag-grab ko lang tong screenshot na to doon sa Upwork para lang mabigyan kayo ng example. Tapos, titingnan natin mamaya kung paano natin i-handle to. Yung post na to, sabi niya, looking for someone who can start immediately. What the job will require is, ayun, na-enumerate niya dito, write and post social posts. Understand what open banking is, write fun customer stories, write fun blog posts. Paano mo yan gagawin? First timer ka nga. So yan, tuturuan ko kayo ng 3 simple steps paano mo ito i-handle kahit na wala kang qualifications, experience, or whatsoever. Step 1, mag-search ka sa Google or YouTube ng mga to. Diba ito yung nakalista kanina? Yung kailangan nila is magsusulat ng social media posts or captions. Mag-search ka sa Google paano magsulat ng social media posts or captions. What is open banking? Kung hindi mo alam kung ano to, i-search mo din sa Google or YouTube, what is open banking? Bibigyan ka niya ng sagot. How to write fun customer stories? Bibigyan ka din ng sagot. And how to write fun blog posts. 'Di ba? That's your step 1 kapag may nakita kang mga job posts na ganun. And then step 2, discover the specific need. So, eto, nilagay ko lang to na parang sample or pwede mo siyang gamitin din if you want. Ang goal mo lang kasi talaga dito, di ba, is hanapin mo yung need. Kasi yun yung shinare ko kanina, di ba? Kapag merong need, yun na nga, makaka-help ka. Yung secret to success number 2 natin is find ways to help or have the desire to help. So, paano mo yun gagawin? I-discover mo muna kung ano yung mga specific needs sa industry na papasukin mo. And for this example, yun nga sa freelance writing industry. So how do you do that? Para hindi ka na naman ma-stuck. Bibigyan kita ng sample na message na pwede mong gamitin. Pwedeng as simple as this. So, hi, I saw you need help with writing social media posts, blogs, and fun customer stories. So, as you can see, di ba, kinopya ko lang yan doon sa job post na shinare ko kanina. And then, sa second paragraph, ayun, I am interested to help. I am familiar with open banking kasi sinearch mo na nga sa Google, di ba? But I would love to learn more about the specifics of the project, what your goals are, and why you want to hire help. Do you have time for a quick chat? Tapos, cheers, and then your name. Ganun lang. Isa kasi sa mga limiting beliefs kapag nagsa-start ka sa freelance writing din is yung paano ka magsusulat or paano ka mag-reach out sa mga clients. So, pwedeng ganito, yung second step mo lang is mag-send ka ng message na sasabihin mong, yun, nakita mo yung post nila. Tapos, diretso na agad, I'm interested to help. Tapos, sabihin mo yung kung ano yung parang qualifications na sinasabi doon. I-mention mo siya. Like, ito nga, I'm familiar with open banking. Pero, gusto mong malaman ano yung specifics ng job. Kasi yun naman talaga yung gusto mong mangyari, di ba? Paano mo malalaman if paano mo sila matutulungan exactly if hindi mo alam kung ano yung mga specifics. So tanungin mo muna yung details before ka mag-send ng pagkahaba-habang application letter or yung tinatawag na cover letter sa freelancing industry, lalo na sa mga job platforms like Upwork nga. Okay, so your step 3 is to offer help and get hired. Ang saya, ito na yung pinakamasayang part. Now, once you discovered their specific need, it's time for you to offer help. Again, huwag kang mag-overthink dito. Pag may sinagot si potential client sa'yo, nung nag-message ka gamit yung shinare ko na script doon sa step 2, Google is your friend pa din. Mag-search ka sa Google, paano gawin to? Paano gawin yan? Or ano ba ito? 'Di ba? And now, since you are still a beginner without experience and expertise yet, grab the chance to make your own experience. Pwede mong i-create yung own experience mo. Ang gagawin mo, mag-offer ka ng sample for free or mag-accept ka ng offer na pasok sa budgetary requirements nila. Sa mga job platforms, for sure, meron na silang budget. So, since nagsistart pa lang tayo, maraming nagsasabi na kahit nagsistart ka pa lang, pwede ka mag-charge ng malaki. Pero, kung hindi ka naman confident, diba, ang first step mo talaga is build your confidence. Ngayon, ang pwede mong gawin nga is mag-offer ka ng sample. Pwede kang magsulat ng isang social media post caption para dun sa potential client na yon. Tapos kapag nagustuhan nila and they want to move forward and work with you, saka nyo pag-usapan kung magkano yung parang masaya ka naman na rate. Or pwedeng, yun na nga, i-accept mo kung ano yung offer nila according sa budgetary requirements nila. Tapos yun, mabibuild mo na yung experience mo. Now, sa susunod mo na pag-a-apply sa other job posts, mayroon ka ng experience. Tama? Okay, so let's move on to number 2, yung second way for you to earn money through writing. This is about blogging naman. So ang akala ng iba, ang blogging is yung pupunta ka lang or magta-travel ka somewhere tapos i-video mo yung sarili mo or ipipicturean mo yung sarili mo tapos ipopost mo. Yun yung alam nila sa blogging. Karamihan alam nila sa blogging ganun. Hindi lang nila alam na nag-earn din pala ng money yung mga gumagawa nun. So, what are ways for you to earn money through a blog? Bibigyan ko kayo ng 4 lang. Etong 4 na to, actually yung ilan dito is na-try ko na and yung ilan naman is na-try ng mga co-mentors ko dun sa free group natin. First is promote products and earn a commission. So ito yung tinatawag na affiliate marketing naman sa marketing industry. Let's talk more about each of these later or more about affiliate marketing, mamaya. And then next na way for you to earn is to turn on yung mga ads. Diba kapag pumupunta kayo sa ibang mga blog posts, kasi hindi lahat ng blogs nagto-turn on sila ng ads. May makikita kayo doon ng mga ads na sponsored. May nakasulat na maliit na na title na sponsored. So yun yung mga ads na tinatawag. Tapos parang inaalaw mo yung mga businesses na mag-advertise doon sa readers mo. And then mag-earn ka kasi nakita nila yung ads or clinic nila yung ads na yon na nandun sa blog mo. And then the third way for you to earn through a blog is to sell your own products. Ito yung na-try ko na. Nag-sell ako ng own products ko, which is yung mentorship program ko. And then the fourth one is to get paid to experience and write honest reviews on products, physical products man yan, or digital products, or pwede ka ring mag-review ng mga business establishments like restaurants, hotels, or mga cafe, ganyan. Pwede rin yung mga paid events and others. Right? So let me just share with you a little bit of the story of Miss Carla. So si Miss Carla, kasama ko siya na nag-lead sa 30-day Just Write Challenge dun sa freelance writing side gig community. If you're not a member of our free community yet, I invite you to join. And yun, si Miss Carla, magiging kasama ko din siyang co-mentor sa isang i-open na community which I'm going to share with you sa later part naman nitong webinar na to. Si Miss Carla is the blogger behind Travel with Carla. And meron na siyang 126,000 na followers sa Facebook. Tapos, ito yung mga ginagawa niya. Nagre-review siya ng mga hotels, ng mga restaurants, kinyan. Kasi ang niche niya is travel nga. So kapag may pinupuntahan siya, ganyan, or yung mga nagre-request ng reviews ng mga restaurants doon sa pinupuntahan niya, ayun, i-review niya yung mga yon. Tingnan natin tong latest na post niya doon sa Facebook page. Sabi niya dito, I'm supposed to attend an event today, but bagyong paeng happened. And instead of my usual early checkout, I chose to enjoy my stay at the Excelsior Hotel. So this is a paid promotion. Binigyan niya ng positive review. Ayan. If i-check mo yung post niya sa social media, ito yung mga nakalagay. And then meron siyang picture dyan. Meron din siyang mga sinusulat na blogs dun sa website niya, which is ito, www.travelwithcarla.com. And dahil doon sa sa traffic na na-establish na niya, yung followers din niya na naipon niya, may mga nag-reach out sa kanya. Like for example, ito, yung latest din na nag-message sa kanya, sabi niya dito, "Hi Carla, just wondering if you're up for a guest post, budget is 4,000 pesos. Let me know, thanks." 'Di ba? Babayaran nila yung platform mo kasi meron ng traffic, ganon. So, syempre, kapag nagsa-start ka pa lang, hindi mo ma-appreciate pa yung ganitong mga results. But then, like Miss Carla, na nag-start din from scratch, alam ko na if you're gonna do consistent action, tapos, syempre, hindi ka magi-give up, ma-achieve mo din yung goals na gusto mong i-achieve. Ito naman sa affiliate marketing. I registered as an affiliate ng isang paid course. So, hindi lang siya, di ba sabi ko kanina, hindi lang siya para sa mga physical products, pwede rin siya sa mga digital products. So, ito yung isang example. Naging affiliate ako ng isang paid program, tapos prinomote ko siya kasi nag-member ako doon. Siyempre, ni-review ko yung paid program na doon, yung kung ano yung experience ko, yun yung na-share ko. Sa paggawa nun, ito yung mga na-receive ko naman na commission. So, nag-post lang ako, nag-share lang ako ng experience ko na ganito. Yung ma-experience nyo if nag-join kayo dito sa program na to. And then, I earned commissions na ganito. So, meron akong na-earn na 5,699 doon sa past na launch. And then, ito pa yung mga sumunod. So, yung affiliate marketing or yung affiliate, affiliate program, if you're gonna join mga businesses or products na merong affiliate programs, pwede mo siyang maging passive income source din. Okay, so how does affiliate marketing work? Or paano nag-work yung affiliate program na yan? I grabbed this image from entrepreneurshipfacts.com para ma-explain ko sa inyo paano siya nag-work. So ito, sabi niya dito, affiliate promotes a product or service on their website. Ikaw yung tinatawag na affiliate. Once na nag-register ka sa isang service provider or product provider, sa isang business na nag-o-offer ng affiliate program, magiging affiliate ka nila. 'Di ba? Ikaw, ang gagawin mo, i-promote mo yung product or service na yon sa blog mo. It doesn't actually need to be a website eh. Pwedeng sa social media, like yung ginawa ko dito when I earned these commissions. Hindi ako actually nag-post ng blog doon sa website ko, pero nag-post ako sa social media. Ayan. And then once na nag-click yung mga tao doon sa link, merong ibibigay kasi sa'yo na affiliate link na super unique lang talaga for you. Tapos kapag clinic yun ng mga taong nagbasa doon sa post mo or sa blog mo, makikredit sa'yo kung ano man yung conversion. Okay? So, naintindihan nyo ba kung paano nag-work yung affiliate marketing? Let me know. Ayan. Thank you sa mga nag-engage. Alright, so intiende naman, sabi ni Denise, ni Marinel, Sherry. Alright, so that's just one way for you to make money writing. So nabigyan ko na kayo ng dalawa, 'di ba? Dalawang option. Here's the third option naman. Pwede kang mag-sell ng e-books or physical books. Yung e-books kasi is yung digital na binabasa mo sa device mo, sa gadget mo. Pwede sa phone, sa tablet, or sa laptop, or sa computer, ganon. Yung books naman na sinulat ko dito, yung physical books, para lang mabigyan kayo ng idea, ano ba yung difference ng e-books? Tapos yung books, pareho namang books, di ba? Binili, magkano yung cost ng binili nung tao na nag-click doon sa link mo. Tapos si company or yung business na pag-registeran mo as an affiliate, siya yung magbabayad sa'yo ng commission. So, merong mga businesses na nag-o-offer ng up to 50% na affiliate commission, 'di ba? For you lang to promote yung products or services nila. And then the cycle is gonna repeat itself. So, ang kagandahan, if sa website ka magpo-promote, tapos na-optimize mo yung blog mo, and kapag mag-search yung mga tao, tapos malilid sila doon sa blog mo, syempre, paulit-ulit kang mag-earn. Sa social media, ang gagawin mo is, kailangan mong mag-update ng mga posts mo, of course, kasi 'di ba sa social media, natatabunan yung mga posts mo. Charot. But yun. Now, you believe that there is a book in you. Hindi lang siya nasusulat pa. Ito yung sinabi ni Brother Chris Dauanis. Isa siyang author, speaker, and book writing and marketing mentor. Lahat ng tao meron ng libro inside us, pero hindi lang siya nasusulat pa. But how do I write my own book? I have no experience pa naman. Baka yun ulit yung question mo. Now, balik tayo doon sa 3 secrets. Pero, secret pa din yung third secret. 'Di ba? Yung second secret natin is have the desire to help. If you have the desire to help kasi, yung mga buts mo, they can be changed to because. So, for example, ayan, I want to write a book, but I have no experience yet. But I don't know how to write it. But I don't think there's gonna be someone who will read it. Pero kung meron kang desire to help, yung sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, I want to write a book because I want to help this specific audience or this specific group of readers. Like for example, yung sa akin, yung sinulat ko na libro na Break Free. Ang dami kong limiting beliefs that time. Like, wala akong pera, hindi naman ako sikat na writer, sino magbabasa ng libro ko, mga ganon. But then, I have this desire to help yung mga victims of violence against women and a desire to educate yung mga pumapasok sa relationship. That's the reason why kahit it took me 4 years to finish and publish that book, natulungan pa din ako to build yung momentum, di ba? Tapos, kapag may desire ka to help, your actions have a sense of purpose, which is essential for consistency naman. Nung sinusulat ko yon, to be honest, naging super consistent ako sa mga unang araw. But then, my topics are super heavy kasi. Medyo heavy emotions yung involved. So, I had to pause. And that doesn't mean na yung consistency ko is hindi consistent kasi sometimes, diba, ang consistency naman is pwede ka mag-pause kasi that's how people work eh. We have to rest also. Ngayon, if you have the desire to help, ito yung third na benefits. You will be set up for success, which leads us to our third secret, fuel your desire to win. Yan. So, kompleto na yung 3 secrets natin. Baka pwede nang baka yung iba sa inyong nag-aantay, ano ba yung third secret na yan para makaalis na ako? So yun, nabigay ko na sa inyo yung 3 secrets. First, build your desire to write. Second, have the desire to help. And third, fuel your desire to win. What does winning mean to you as a writer? Ayan, so if you want to write for others and help them start or grow their business, yung winning is yung achievement or helping the businesses achieve their goal to help and reach yung mga audience nila. Yung achievement mo could be to help your clients educate more people using yung sinusulat mong article or social media captions or emails, ganyan. Or help your clients generate more sales. Ayan, so that's an example lang. Or if you want to establish and earn through your blog naman, winning means realizing your dream to travel around the country or pwedeng around the world, di ba? Or it could also mean successfully guiding your readers and helping them in their buying decision. Like for example, nag-unbox ka ng isang gadget, ng air fryer, for example. Tapos, ni-review mo yon, sinabi mo yung honest na review mo. Tapos bibili ako, magsisearch ako nung brand na yan. If ito ba talaga yung swak doon sa gusto kong air fryer. So magsisearch ako. Then makikita ko yung blog mo na in-unbox mo yung brand ng air fryer na yan. Siyempre, matutulungan mo ako sa buying decision ko, di ba? And how would you feel if you can do that? Di ba, win yun? Parang sobrang fulfilling on your part as a writer. And if you want to sell ebooks or books naman, ang winning or ang isang win might mean helping someone validate her or his feelings and pwedeng teaching them how to exactly get through a challenging situation. Pwede rin yung win sa'yo is making them smile. Kung yung isusulat mo is entertaining, making them laugh, di ba? Or pwedeng making them cry. Kung drama yan, di ba? Through your stories. So, may mga kanya-kanyang definition ng win. Now, what you're gonna do for you to be able to establish a sustainable writing career is to fuel your desire to win. Okay, so kapag meron ka nung tatlong secrets na na-share ko kanina, ayan, you can do so much more than you think. Let's see lang itong shinare ni Brother Chris about sa book writing journey niya. When I published my first printed book in 2014, newspaper writers and columnists started to mention my name. It helped, of course, that I knew them and they themselves appreciate my work, which I am grateful for. And then one day, I was asked to give an interview on TV. Later on, I also became a newspaper columnist myself. These were mostly on a local or regional scene, but they were of great help to my starting career as a professional speaker, trainer, and consultant. In 2015, I began conducting trainings for the Filipino youth across the country. It was a joy being able to impact the lives of young people. Desire to help. Diba? In 2019, I served as a speaker at a national conference where celebrity speakers have previously spoken. Being lined up with some big names was thrilling, but beyond that is being able to share my message to more people who need it. Ayan, di ba? Yun, so ang dami-dami mong pwedeng ma-achieve if you have those 3 success secrets na yon. Na hindi na siya secret kasi alam mo na, di ba? Ito, gusto ko lang din i-share sa inyo. When I was searching for money-making opportunities online, kung paano ako mag-earn as a writer, na-encounter ko itong post ni John Orania. I don't know if you have also seen yung mga posts niya, but he is also mentor na nagtuturo kung paano mag-sell ng ebooks. Kasi siya mismo, he sold over 24 million selling ebooks in just 36 months. Which is amazing, di ba? Kung mababasa niyo yung story ni John, malalaman niyo kung ano yung laman ng ebooks na binenta niya na yon. And masusurprise kayo. But yun, pareho pa din. Nasa kanya rin yung 3 secrets. Desire to write, desire to help, and desire to win. Ayun. Sa pagsusulat ng libro, ang isa na naman sa magiging challenge mo for sure is, ano ba yung mga isusulat ko? Paano ko malalaman kung ano yung isusulat ko? So I'm gonna share with you lang yung framework di ko nilagay dito yung yung framework mismo ni Brother Chris kasi hindi ako nakapag-ask ng permission, but I received yung yung recording ng video where he shared more about this framework na makukuha nyo if magsistay kayo until the end of this webinar. Pero pasadahan na natin yan kasi nandito naman na tayo, di ba? Ano nga ba yung mga isusulat mo? Okay, so yon. Number 1 is yung experience mo. Di ba? Mag-share ka ng story about your own experience kasi pwedeng may matuto doon sa mga lessons na na-learn mo through your own experience. Tapos, second is expression. This is mostly sa mga creative writers naman. Story pa din siya or pwedeng poetry, ganun. Or kung gusto mo lang talagang mag-express ng creative side of you, ganon. So, yun yung pwedeng idea na masulat mo sa isang libro. And then, third is yung expertise mo. Pwedeng mga how-to or step-by-step or something talaga na makakapag-educate or makakapagbigay ng solution sa mga tao na magbabasa doon sa libro mo. So again, desire to help, ayan. Ano yung mga needs na pwede mong bigyan ng solution. Fourth one is evolution naman. This is your transformational story or mga tools, strategies, or a proven system that was able to help you travel from your step 1 going to your step 5. Ganyan. So pwede mong i-share yon sa isang libro. And then the fifth idea is excellence. Ayun, so di ba? Excellence. Ito naman is yung mga results. Yun. Ano yung mga results na na-achieve mo na sa journey mo? Kahit sa life mo, siguradong meron yan. You just have to sit down and kalkalin mo, ano ba yung mga palaging tinatanong sa'yo? Ano yung mga questions na kahit na sa tingin mo, hindi mo naman alam yung sagot, pero tinatanong ka pa din ng mga tao, ng mga pinsan mo, ng mga friends mo, ng mga colleagues mo, ganyan. So, pwede mong i-share yan sa isang libro. And then number 6 is education. Kina-cover nito yung mga research naman sa education department or industry. Yung mga research na pinapublish, yung mga factual talaga na mga libro. So yun, pwede ka din magsulat or publish ng sarili mong book regarding that. Dito sa education, parang pareho nung expertise na magbibigay ka ng solution sa isang problem. Alright. So now that you have learned yung 3 success secrets and then yung 3 proven ways to make money writing, what are you up to next? Ano yung parang ideas na lumalabas sa isip mo ngayon? Alam kong marami kang aha moments or meron ka, wait, pwede pala yun. Mga ganong moments while I was talking here. Now it's your turn naman to share something dyan sa comment section natin. I would love to read. Ano yung mga iniisip mo ngayon na parang gusto mong parang gusto mong gawing next? What's in your mind right now? And yung question ni Sarah May, need ba ng paid domain for affiliate? Let's answer that later. Sige. Ayun, sabi ni Sherry, write, publish, and sell my own authored book next year. Wow! Okay, so yun, because you stayed until the end, meron akong pag-gift. So first is, yung recorded video where you will learn about the unique framework ni Brother Chris Dauanis sa pagsusulat ng libro, which has helped him write and publish at least 5 books and then 1 more in the making. Ayun, di ba? Makukuha mo yung framework na yon doon sa recorded video. This framework has also helped his mentees to successfully write and publish their own books. The second gift you're going to receive is a PDF that contains 20 most asked questions by beginner bloggers na i-answer ni Miss Carla, yung owner ng Travel with Carla na na-share ko kanina. But yun, magsisend ako sa'yo ng message regarding your gift. And then the third gift is a workbook where you can learn how to nail your niche or to narrow down your niche as a freelance writer so that you'll get clarity and focus on your freelance writing journey and win clients that see you as an expert. It's time for Q&A na. So matutuloy na yan, yung Q&A natin. Need po ba ng paid domain for affiliate? Like I mentioned earlier, di ba, yung ginawa ko nung nag-affiliate ako ng isang paid program, ang ginamit ko is social media to promote yung affiliate link ko. So it's not actually a requirement, pero if you want to earn passive income, tapos yung affiliate program na pag-sign upan mo is evergreen, yung parang hindi nagko-close, na open talaga siya, available. Like for example, mga physical products na pwedeng bilhin anytime, yung walang launch dates or open and close cart dates, mga ganon. Baka gusto mong mag-create ng sarili mong website and of course, avail of a domain. Ito naman yung question ni Miss Giselle. Kailangan po bang magaling sa grammar para makapagsulat na? No. Hindi ko din kasi alam kung ano yung standard mo in terms of ano yung magaling sa grammar, ganyan. But there are actually free tools na pwede nating gamitin if we want to check yung grammar natin. Like for example, Grammarly, ganyan, or Pro Writing Aid, ganon. And actually sa Google Docs din, nag-check din siya ng grammar. And pwede sa Word, di ba? Pwede ka rin mag-check ng grammar sa Word, grammar and spelling. And then next question from JM, ano po yung gamit mong tools sa copywriting? Okay, ang gamit kong tools sa copywriting, yung AI ba? Like, ano ba? Ano ba yung goal mo sana, JM? Nag-ask lang ako ng help sa pagsusulat ng headlines dun sa mga headline generator tools, pero hindi ko kinukuha yung exact na mga suggestions kapag hindi siya relevant. Grammar and plagiarism. Yun. So yun, yung na-share ko kanina is Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid. Ang galing lang nung Pro Writing Aid kasi may free version siya, di ba? So ang ginagawa ko kasi ang carry lang yata niyang i-check is 200 words. So ang ginagawa ko pag kinakat ko, so tiyaga-tiyaga lang talaga. Kung gusto mo namang mag-invest talaga ng paid na program, pwede rin. Sa plagiarism naman, meron akong ginagamit dati, plagiarisma.net, if I got that right. Try small SEO tools, sabi ni MG. Ayun, try mo ding i-check yan. Ang ginagawa ko para sa mga penalties ng plagiarism is, hindi ko, kapag kunyari may nakita akong resources, ganyan, for me to parang i-model para sa isusulat kong blog, hindi ko kukunin yung eksaktong 3 words, papalitan ko yung order ng sentence para lang hindi ko makopya yung mismong Alright, so yun lang yung mga questions nyo. Wala na akong makita dito. So yun, like I said, I don't wanna take a lot of your time. So baka pwede ako mag-share sa inyo ng something. Lalo na if you want to get to the next step of your journey, baka makatulong sa inyo yung isi-share ko na to. Ayun, so we're gonna be opening a paid community, membership group siya. It's gonna be called The Writer's Nook PH. I'm inviting you to be a part of a ripple effect to help aspiring writers like you to feel safe and comfortable while you battle your own Goliaths. Nakita natin na sobrang helpful sa pag-create ng desire to write yung meron kang accountability group. So ito yung parang isa sa magiging benefits if nag-join ka dito sa group. And then you're also gonna join fellow writers with the same mission and vision, so you don't feel alone and get to move towards your goal one step at a time without judgment. Dito sa loob din na community na to, You're gonna get unlimited access to resources about blogging, freelance writing, and book writing. Now, ito yung mga naging results ng ating mentees dun sa paid program na to. Before, si Jen Lorca, nag-enroll siya sa isang course about freelance writing. Nag-try din siya mag-read more about it but still don't know how to start. Nag-struggle pa din siya on what topic to write and how to go about it. And then, nung nag-join siya dun sa beta course, ito yung sinabi niya, I'm really happy that I took this course. It made me change my mindset because it has a very personal approach and it helped me realize how to start my freelance writing career. This course is a perfect step-by-step guide for beginners like me. And then there are other feedback from students like this one. Thank you for your help, your heaven sent mother aunt. I am praying this for years now, but I didn't make steps to really do it. After your 1-week mentorship and doing your activities wholeheartedly, ayun, opportunities are knocking at my door, sabi niya. And this one is from another student naman. Sabi niya, I have 2 clients on Upwork. Hindi ko pa alam kung tatawa ako or what kasi yung mga jobs na in-applyan ko, hindi ako natanggap. Pero nakaka-receive ako ng offers. So mayroon na daw siyang 2 clients na nag-request. Isa nung April, nung time na nag-take siya ng course. Isa nung weekend lang. And I've worked out a contract with them. And this one is yung rate na charge niya dun sa client na yun, $10 per hour yung preferred rate ko. Pero I was okay with $7 for now. Yun, tataasan ko kapag mas established na ako sa Upwork. So yun. And there are other feedbacks like this also. Hi coach, I just want to inform you, I just closed a deal with a client. I now have my first freelancing job. Ayun. And then, this one is from another student. Sabi niya, I landed my first client by following the strategies I learned in the FWSG Society. So if you are still in a journey to finding your first client, this online course is perfect for you. And even if you want to continue your journey, kunyari nag-pause ka sa freelance writing journey mo, pwedeng-pwede rin to sa'yo. Yung program is hindi siya para sa mga experts na nag-charge na ng matataas na rates. Okay, this is for there are no more questions. Again, I thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I hope na yung mga values na natutunan nyo ngayong gabi, i-apply nyo siya, pwedeng bukas or mas maganda if bukas, kapag meron nang na-take note dyan na one single step that you want to take, gawin nyo na po yan, and then let me know if ano yung magiging result para sa inyo. Good night and God bless everyone. Yes, thank you din sa inyo, Sherry. Thank you, MG. Thank you, Marinel. Thank you, Chris, Sunshine, Tyrene, Lee, Jessica, JZ, and sa lahat ng mga nahihiyang mag-comment or mag-chat. Yun lang. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.